Welcome to the Horizon Science Academy Science Fair 2024. My name is Mr. Gates and I'm the science teacher, and I have had the wonderful ability to be working with all of these scholars on their science fair experiments since we began the day after Thanksgiving break. We spent a long time talking about the different parts of the science fair, working on topics. The last several weeks we've been in our science lab actually working through the science experiments and putting together these wonderful displays. The projects that our scholars have been working on have ranged a wide continuum from analyzing different types of bacterial growth to finding out how cereal and what cereal is the crunchiness by using a decibel meter to get the measurement of the sound. So it's been just a huge continuum, a lot of what I call kitchen chemistry. So a lot of things where we're studying how strong different grocery bags are, looking at the plastic tensile strength. So some of these things have just really amazed me, and I would advise all of you to take a look at all of our displays throughout the building. The skills that these students have learned are going to go well beyond this year. They're going to be useful in the high school, and these skills of public speaking, as we're doing right now, are going to be useful well beyond and out into the community. We're all so proud of our students.
I'm good.
Nice to meet you.
So my title...
You're in sixth grade too?
Yep,
okay.
I'm in the sixth. So my title of my experiment is Investigating the Impact of Light Exposure on Fast Food Spoilage. So, have you ever wondered, what's making your fast food spoil so quickly? Mm-hmm. Well, light is one of the main factors in how fast food spoils, so that's why I wanted to figure that out. My hypothesis is that if I put a large amount of light on the fast food, it would spoil quicker than without light. Before we start anything, we have to go through our materials. So the safety materials that I've used, material, was gloves. The procedure materials that I used was 20 bags, permanent marker, so I had a room with sunlight, a room with no light, and a room with artificial light, a notebook, pen, pencil, and a fridge. You'll see why we'll need the fridge later. Mm-hmm. Okay, so the procedure is, first we put on the gloves, label each one of the containers using white tape and a Sharpie. Name each container as the same brand, then label each bag as either sunlight, refrigerated, artificial light, or dark. Repeat 5 times. Put 3 fries in each bag according to the brand. Separate each container into 4 groups according to where they're going. And then you're going to place them there, and you're going to let them sit and record data every 24 hours. After 8 to 10 days, record data. Finalize your results and see what happens. Okay, so I collected data by taking photos of my experiment. Mm-hmm. The photos were not able to, we'll get to that later.
Okay.
The photos were not able to, they would not fit on this board. Okay. Because they were, really big. Okay, so now it's time to get to the exciting part. We are going to be looking at our results. So as you can see, everything here is fast food themed. So we're taking payment and results. This is a wallet, so the results come out
Oh, impressive. So these are the pictures you took?
Yes.
These are
fries. So these are the fries in the sunlight.
So you use some jars. You put everything into jars.
Yeah.
And you kept them in the same condition.
Yes. The only time they were the only time I took them out of the same condition is when I was completely done with the project.
Mm-hmm. So was it room temperature?
Everything
it
was. So everything except the fridge was at the exact same temperature since it was pretty cold in the house during the time. Mm-hmm. So everything was at a 40 to 30 degrees.
Okay, what did you observe?
I observed that the ones in the light actually do way better than the ones in the dark. And White Castle being an exception, obviously. White Castle has been White Castle molded the most during this whole entire experiment.
Did you buy everything from these fast food restaurants on the same day?
Yes, I did. Yeah, I bought everything. I bought all the fries at the exact same time, and then I put everything in their location, like almost at the exact same time, like minutes apart, obviously.
So how did you keep the environment sterile?
So
Did you use gloves and?
Yeah, I used gloves. I washed my hands after every single time I put like each fry into their bag. So like the fries won't like mix up with each other.
Okay. So what is your conclusion?
So
you didn't create a kind of color scale or something. Everything is like your results are based on your, visual observation, and then, your conclusion is based on not a color scale. Or how did you make the measurements about the molding? How much molding, which one had more molds on the surface?
So I observed them, like when I was done with my project, like before I threw them, like because they were like getting out of hand with mold. So I like put them out on a plate, and then I was like drawing out like how each one molded on like a separate piece of paper, which isn't here today, sadly. And then I saw that like White Castle molds the most. Yes.
So do you think their fries are worse, or
Personally,
usually molds are not grown if there are some artificial ingredients to prevent the formation of the molds, and we are avoiding to get more artificial ingredients in the food. If there is less amount of some kind of ingredients like those, we believe they are healthier, since a lot of people are dying from cancer, and some people believe these are causing cancer in the long term. And organic food that's why it's more expensive, and maybe White Castle's
healthier. The ones that didn't
healthier,
have like spoilage at all was Jack in the Box and Wendy's.
Yeah. Okay.
In conclusion, my hypothesis was wrong.
Okay.
The ones that did have light on them did just fine, like barely spoiled, other than White Castle. But the ones that were in the dark had the most mold on them. I believe that if you put your food items in a well-lit area, then they'll stay good for a while.
It's amazing, and I really liked it. But I mean, there should be a control experiment too. You could fry some potatoes and without using any other ingredients, and that was going to be your control. And you could ask each company whether or not they were using some specific ingredients, and each ingredient is going to be like listed in for each item here, and then you're going to make a comparison between yours and the others. And you are going to say, okay, mine, I didn't use any ingredients, and the Wendy's used this one, and the McDonald's used this one, the other White Castle is using this ingredient. And in the end, you are going to make a comparison. Okay, this is producing more mold because of this ingredient, probably it's the cows. And your conclusion was going to be based on, for example, a kind of solid criteria, a scale, color scale or something, or you are going to make measurements how much of the surface of the potatoes were like molded, and data was going to be like more numerical. Everything is great. I mean, your poster board, your presentation skills, everything, I liked it. Okay? Aisha?